All right, coming hot, coming to you live, coming in hot. Number 9 here, we're going to talk about, I think this was day 6. So this one looks like an upside down one, doesn't it? And so I'd expect A to be negative in this one. And it also looks wide. So it looks like, if I'm just thinking ahead, it looks like a vertical compression. And so a vertical compression, when we think about our equation and when we build it, it's going to have a fraction out in front of the parentheses. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to put a variable there, a, and we're going to solve for that scale change factor. So this one has a vertex of -5, -2, so that is going to go x plus 5, and then it is going to go -2 as far as down 2, and it is an absolute value, so the are going to be absolute value symbols there. All right, so now in order to find this equation, you just have to substitute the other point in for x and y. So the -4 is going to go in for the y, and the 1 is going to go in for the x, and then I'm going to evaluate and solve for a. So I have -4 is equal to a times the absolute value of 1 plus 5. All right. Does that sound right to anyone out there? The absolute value of 1 plus 5 minus 2 is equal to -4. Of course, times a. So now we have -4 equals, that's going to be 6a minus 2. So if you're following along with number 9, you should have -2. Well, if I add 2 to both sides, that's going to give me a -2 on the left side is equal to 6a. So if I divide both sides by 6, I would get a to be a -2/6 or -1/3. Anybody second that answer out there? You do? Bada bing. -1/3 for a. So now when we box up our equation, I think your question is going to be, do you have to put parentheses around it inside the absolute value? I would write it like this: -1/3 out in front of the absolute value, and then I really don't need those parentheses in there, even though it's good practice to put them when you're building the equation, but you don't need them. So your final cleaned up answer should be like that. -1/3 absolute value, so times the absolute value of x plus 5, and then -2. Okay, so this is, again, this is day 6 stuff. All right, I'll do another one here. This one looks like it might be skinny, number 10. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. It's a parabola this time. It's not going to have a negative with the y because it's a regular one. It's not upside down. So let's go start building our equation. Let's say we have y equals some scale change factor that we don't know yet, a, times the vertex is 1, 3, so it's going to be x minus 1. And it's squared because it's a parabola, and it's plus 3 because it's up 3. So again, just another thing to talk about here. The x value 1 should be opposite of what's inside the equation there. That's a -1 or -1. And the y value 3 should be the same as what's in the equation there, a plus 3. So horizontal inside opposite, it's the yellow. Vertical outside same, plus 3, that's the pink. So now I'm going to go ahead and solve that for a. So I'm going to substitute in for y. So I put 5 in for y, and I don't know a, and I put 2 in for x. So 2 minus 1 squared plus 3. That's going to give me 5 is equal to 2 minus 1 is 1, 1 squared is 1, so that will just be a plus 3. So a for number 10 would be 2. Can anybody second that out there? You didn't do it yet, did you? Well, we'll see. I'm sure someone will let me know in the comments if it's wrong. But yeah, so A is 2. So that means that it was a vertical stretch, right? So this one is a vertical stretch, which makes it skinnier, which it does look a little skinnier. It looks like the Y values are increasing at a faster rate. So we have Y is equal to 2 times X minus 1 squared plus 3. So, that's the process for day 6. You're solving for those A's and you're writing an equation. It's not the only equation, but it is an equation that makes those true. So, there you go.